possession game, Beth. Both these teams are so well prepared, so well coached, and this is the start of ACC play.
The strip and the takeaway for NC State. They'll have numbers on the run. Brooks drops it off for Rivers and a foul. It's an NC State team, Debbie, that brings back 4 of their top 5 from a year ago that went to the Final Four and a loss in the national semifinals against a Louisville team that, especially coming off their bench, relies heavily on one of the best freshman classes in the country for Jeff Walz.
Jeff Walz has back-to-back incredible recruiting classes. This freshman group averages about 47% of their offense, so they rely on these young, talented players. He'll say they're not experienced, but boy, he knows how talented they are.
And that includes the likes of John Calipari and Bill Self and Rick Barnes on the men's side.
James hits the baseline jumper in. And Beth, Wes got into the game because he's a teacher first. And when you hear him in practice or in film session, he is outstanding at breaking down the game so his players can understand it.
Off to the 6-0 start for NC State. Here's Williams off the bounce and then kicks it to Nyla Harris.
Because of it, and if you don't stop the ball, they are running downhill, and they're coming at you to try to score quickly in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock.
Rivers is coming off of a couple of 20-point outings in the last few games. Her scoring has gone way up. After a slow start, they rely a lot on her and James to beat Davidson by just a bucket midweek.
The rest of the team was a combined 2 for 24. That has to be different if you're coming on the road and trying to win here in this.
Cochran with the rebound, and now Louisville has numbers. 3-on-2. The pull-up 3, nope, not going to get it off. A travel first by Taj Roberts, the big freshman out of San Diego.
So the first time NC State goes quarter-court offense and they go ball screen offense, Jeff Walz traps the ball, and Zoe Brooks makes a great read. Let's see what they do right here, because Jeff Walz is a master at mixing up his defenses.
He's gone to his bench to bring in Jada Curry. If it plays out according to plan, neither side fouls much. Not a whole lot of free throw attempts. Harris, offensive rebound, and finally they break the seal on the bucket. 4.5 minutes in.
Both teams have slowed down the pace a little bit, looking a little fatigued because we haven't had a whistle.
And there is one, the bump by Collier.
There's a basket on an offensive possession here off a rebound if they score.
Walz is telling his guys, we need a strong post up. They'll settle for another outside shot, and they miss all 3 of them. Did not get the post up he was looking for.
Hey, we were in shoot around this morning. And he told us before the game, they did what they needed to do to win. And that's what makes a good team. You got to find different ways to win.
They have the 12-4 lead. One that taught everybody. You point to the, that's right, point to the guy or gal that gave you the assist.
And you stand up when the substitution happens on the bench.
They have had multiple opportunities with second and third chances and still don't have one that would find the bottom of the net. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Stripped away. The lack of an inside presence showing itself early in NC State.
Here's what's going to happen, Beth, over time. If the post players don't develop for NC State, then the guards are going to quit throwing it in there. Right, and you're going to have to play faster because the tempo is going to have to change so that you can play smaller.
James to Collier. She gets the lay-in and a 30-second timeout with a minute to go, all NC State. So that's one of the starters, NC State.
Here's what's going to happen, Beth, over time. If the post players don't develop for NC State, then the guards are going to quit throwing it in there. Right, and you're going to have to play faster because the tempo is going to have to change so that you can play smaller.
James to Collier. She gets the lay-in and a 30-second timeout with a minute to go, all NC State. So that's one of the starters. Research This is a game-changing research that does, in fact, help save lives, perhaps of someone you know. You can join the fight against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research.
I was texting with Nicole and Jamie Valvano this morning, and I know they're both watching, and we're sending our best out to them. They're a fun group. They're fun to hang out with. A better one, because Zam Jones just hit a triple. See, this is the IQ that I'm talking about, and this is a winning mentality. Here's a shot. Instead, she sees a wide open Zam Jones, the rookie, on the top of the floor, and Olivia Cochran picks up another foul. That's her second. She got a foul, trying to hedge on a ball screen, trying to trap, and then now she picks up one foul and a three-point shooter.
And she may be out for quite a while here with those 2 fouls and a 4. And Zam Jones putting on a show. Easton Boulalou, and she took a bump there from Collier.
Watch Zam Jones, so appropriate right here. She's going to be on a V-cut where she's going to go back door. How appropriate in the V Classic that she's going on a V-cut back door. Very nicely done.
No, Trigger with the offensive rebound.
Trigger's had a couple of really good offensive rebounds here. She can shoot the 3 too. Watch Zam Jones. Shooter's in the corner, and she's determined to get to the rim. And then this is Russell doing a great job going left, scoring with her left hand. Back-to-back penetrations for Louisville.
James pulls up, around and out. Another old board for Trigger.
Look at 6'6" freshman Trigger working on the interior. Somebody has to emerge for NC State.
Out of Sweden. Baseline pull-up won't go.
It's good block out on the weak side by Brooks and Rivers.
At the one-name level.
Yeah, I mean, Paige Becker's at UConn. You're talking about Hannah Hidalgo playing great at home, knocking off UConn this week. Juju Watkins is a name that everyone should know. I think these are all household names in the women's game now, and they're all contenders for the National Player of the Year.
Yeah. So we've seen Hannah and Paige go head-to-head. This weekend will be Juju and Paige going head-to-head as Lacey Steele knocks one down.
See, Lacey Steele.
22, yep, that's what they were looking at. She just signaled to the scorer's table.
I like a quick review.
Yep. So that's on Taj Roberts. These guys know the drill. They're all experienced. Dee Cantner, Rod Creech, and Chuck Gonzalez.
Well, NC State putting 40 points on Louisville so far here in the first half. I mean, they haven't played 100% clean, but they have played very at the rim, draws the fouls, going to the free throw line.
So Cochran, the grad student out of Columbus, Georgia, playing in her 145th game today for Louisville. She's 4th all-time in rebounds for the Cards. And is getting close to that elusive 1,000
Beckers, and you try to turn Paige into a passer and not let her beat you. And NC State doing Louisville doing the same thing with Sanaya Rivers.
Collier on the year now is just 3 of 13 from the free throw line. So that's a pretty good wrapped up. So Sanaya Rivers at the line, 83%, much better for State. Out of Wilmington, North Carolina. She was all ACC last year, also on the all ACC defensive team a year ago.
I think she'll have a chance to be one of the defensive players of the year. on the national scene because of her length, her rebounding.
The locker room, so let's see how they react here to start this third quarter.
Well, they were best playing inside out, getting a piece of the paint is when they were able to score. Just like that. Now you got to make open shots. And the guards for NC State continue to rebound really well. It allows them to quickly transition into their offensive schemes.
Same starting units out there for both sides. Open up this second half.
If you're NC State, like, they're pretty good off the bounce. Like, their guards can score. All 4 of them on the floor can go off the bounce. Watch Louisville right here. Early entry in their high-low game in transition. Great seal. Harris has had success posting up in this game.
Williams checks out. Curry comes on for Louisville. Cochran off the inbound, way short.
Watch the switch right here. She dribbles into this switch. Cochran can't stop her from driving baseline. The help is late, getting outside the lane. The help is under the rim. It's too easy for Isaiah James with her skill set.
Cochran 3.
You know what, Beth? I got a feeling that I'm watching Jeff, and we know him so well, right? We've covered his teams the whole time he's been here at Louisville. I think the players were doing it their way in the first half. That is a beautiful find.
Nice feed inside.
James, or excuse me, Sanaya Rivers to Isaiah James.
Rivers, by the way, now 10 points and 9 rebounds, flirting with the double-double. Zam Jones, 16 points all in the first half. Let's see if she checks in here at this first time out. And nope, they're going to stay with that same unit. Strong perimeter play from NC. Able to mention the freshmen a whole lot today for Louisville, with NC State continuing to roll. ESPN's exclusive presentation.
The Jimmy V. You know, Coach Valvano, you know, you mentioned earlier, you know, that I was on campus at NC State as a freshman the year that he won the national championship. And I had a relationship with him that spanned my time as a player there as well as playing for KYAL, but helping young people develop. And they used basketball as their vehicle to help young people grow and experience playing sport, because you're always going to be on a team. And they understood that. And actually their legacies, as much as they are enshrined in the Naismith Hall of Fame, is really through the service that they have provided for everyone that has battled and has inspired those to keep fighting.
Most of us don't get one legacy. Those guys had 2. NCAA tournament, and of course the women's story last year. They opened the season unranked and ultimately reached the Final Four. There's a steal and a foul. It'll be on Rivers, her first.
What an incredible story for Wes Moore. NC State's second trip to the Final Four. Coach Yao took a team in 1990. Their guard play so good, and it opens up the floor so you can see.
With Trieger now at the free throw line. A reminder, we've got not 1 but 2 Monday night football games for you tomorrow. Sam Darnold and the Vikings. What a turnaround for him and the club at 11-2. They've won 6 in a row. They'll take on the Bears. And then it's the Falcons and the Raiders on ABC and ESPN. A couple of Monday night football games for you. Also available on ESPN.
And as the season has gone on, Sanaya Rivers has become more point guard package, you know, like more of the package offensively has her with the ball in her hands. It's how they went to the Final Four last year, so I don't blame Wes Moore for giving it a go again here. When she rebounds, and when the guards rebound for NC State, they're not making an outlet pass. They're quickly transitioning up the floor.
10 points and 13 rebounds for her as Zane. Tough catch by Roberts, and she gets the bucket.
Good no call at the rim. That cuts it to 30.
Off the bounce, And I think they're going to get a foul called on Collier for the screen inside.
I think you got to look at Jeff Wall's team and know this.
Out the head coach at Gonzaga, Lisa Fortier, who got a clean bill of health after a long year for her in her fight against cancer. And true to the legacy of Jimmy V and Dickie V and a lot of others, the coaching community rallied around her. When we saw her earlier this year, she said it was amazing how many people reached out just with well wishes. That helps you get through the tough days.
See the frustration on Jalea Williams, the transfer from Miami. Well, you're gonna have two choices from here, right? If you're Louisville, right? You can take the film, rip it up, burn it, pitch it out the window, or you can take it and learn from it and get ready for your next opportunity, which will be on the road at Memphis, and then another road game at Boston College.
On the inbound, Hayes, no. Russell with the rebound. Getting a touch inside. Anaya Hardy. And now back out to Curry. Hardy offensive rebound and a foul.
A volleyball match. It was absolutely incredible, and they've won 20.
Have been something else. 62 points out of that backcourt.
That's 62 out of 72 right now. In the Davidson win, they scored 46 out of 59. So you can see the tendency here for Westmore, and you got to build on it. You got to keep developing the interior game so they have a little bit of offensive balance. And you got to continue to play through the post. The one thing I've noticed about the NC State post players is they're a combined 9 assists. You can't win as many games as Jeff Walls has won in this league without knowing how to fix it. And there are solutions out here.
Just got to find them.